Good evening. We're back again tonight on the Lore Masters channel, and we are going to finish his story tonight about Puppycorn and the endless summer, or the sunless summer, I'm sorry. And it's a dark multiverse UniKitty story, but tonight we have a happy ending. So I hope you'll like it. Subscribe and enjoy, and let the Lore Master know that you like his stories. He would appreciate it. So here we go. Dr. Fox and Prime UniKitty had returned to the dark multiverse. The world was worse than when she left it. The UniKingdom was gone, buried beneath endless ice. The sky was choked with gray clouds. The once colorful landscape, now a dead, frozen wasteland. No laughter, no joy, only the cold. And at the center of it all, standing atop the ruins of his sister's castle, was Puppycorn. He had changed even more since Dr. Fox last saw him. His fur was now a pale, icy blue. His once bright eyes now hollow and distant, as if he no longer saw the world in color. His breath came out in mist, his very presence making the air colder. And then he saw them. UniKitty stepped forward, her hooves crunching against the frost-covered ground. For the first time in this world, she was alive. Not the UniKitty he had lost, but a version of her from another world. Puppycorn froze. His eyes widened in shock, his composure breaking for the first time in what felt like forever. "What did you do?" His voice was low, uncertain. The temperature dropped instantly. Dr. Fox's fur stood on end as the ice around them creaked and cracked, growing thicker. The air became so frigid she could barely breathe. UniKitty took a careful step forward. "Puppycorn, it's me." He stared at her, studying her, as if trying to decide if what he was seeing was real or just a cruel hallucination. Dr. Fox swallowed hard, watching the frost spread around them. This was the moment. If UniKitty couldn't reach him now, then nothing could. The sunless summer would never end. Puppycorn stood frozen, his icy blue eyes locked onto UniKitty's. She was real. Not his UniKitty, but a UniKitty. One from a world where things hadn't gone wrong. A world where she was still alive, still full of light. The ice around them groaned and cracked as the storm within him threatened to spiral out of control. The cold in his heart screamed at him to shut her out, to stay the course, to finish what he started. But then she spoke. "I know you're hurting," UniKitty said gently, her voice trembling from the cold. "If I had lost you, I'd probably do the same thing." Puppycorn's breath hitched. "But please," she continued, stepping forward, unafraid, "these are your people. Don't let them suffer because you're in so much pain." The words struck something deep inside him. He looked past her, at the ruined kingdom, the frozen bodies buried under layers of snow, the castle that was once her home, now nothing but a tomb of ice. "I know she loved you a lot," UniKitty whispered, "and I know it would destroy her to see you like this, to know that you were destroying her home." The wind howled around them, ice creeping up UniKitty's hooves, but she didn't stop. "I know you can come back from this." Puppycorn's hooves trembled. It's never too late to let go. For the first time in a long time, Puppycorn felt something other than cold. He felt warmth. A single tear ran down his face and froze before it could fall. For the first time in 2 months, the sun shone over the UniKingdom. The endless gray clouds parted, and golden light poured down onto the frozen wasteland. The snow that had buried villages, farmlands, and homes began to melt. Rivers thawed, the earth softened, and warmth returned to the air. The eternal winter was over. But Puppycorn didn't say a word. He didn't cheer. He didn't celebrate. He simply stepped forward, his hooves shaking as he approached UniKitty. Not the one he had lost, but the one who had saved him. His legs gave out and he collapsed, wrapping his hooves around her as sobs tore from his throat. He cried, truly cried, for the first time since that horrible day. And as he cried, the last of the ice melted away. The people of the UniKingdom emerged from their homes, stepping out into the warmth, into the light. They'd expected to die in the cold, to never see summer again. But instead, they had been given a miracle. UniKitty stayed in the dark multiverse for a month. She couldn't just leave Puppycorn like this, not after everything he had been through, not when he was still learning how to live again. In that time, she helped him rebuild, not just the kingdom, but himself. The people, though fearful at first, slowly began to trust their prince again. The warmth had returned, but scars remained. The land needed healing. The people needed hope. And Puppycorn needed to be the leader his sister always believed he could be. Every day he worked beside them, not as a ruler, but as one of them. He helped rebuild homes, mend what was broken, and ensure no one suffered again the way they had. And every day, UniKitty reminded him that he was not alone. When the time finally came for her to leave, Puppycorn met her at the palace gates. "Are you sure you have to go?" he asked, his voice softer than it had been in months. UniKitty smiled. "I have my own kingdom to take care of, but I promise I'll visit." Puppycorn hesitated, then nodded. "Thank you for everything." She pulled him into a tight hug. "You're going to be the prince this kingdom needs. I know it." As she stepped through the portal, the sun shone brightly over the UniKingdom. For the first time in a long time, the future looked warm. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a good ending, very emotional. I could hardly keep from crying, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And we'll see you next time with a new story. Bye.